I know some men that they want their wife to cook soup daily. Like they don't eat soup one. They don't even eat one food generally. So you have to prepare
Mm.
their soup fresh. You have to ask this question. Me, I can't cope. I
Mm.
may not be. I can't cope. Hello,
Hello,
guys.
guys.
You're welcome back again to Ayonitemitv channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber,
Mm.
you're welcome to our channel. Thank you for always tuning in into our videos, the likes, for those that likes and for those that comment. We really appreciate those so much. And for
Mm.
the silent viewers, we also appreciate you. Yes.
Mm.
So I'm the Temitayo in Iron Temi, while he is the Ayodele in Ayonitemi. So
Yeah.
together we are Ayonitemi TV.
Ayonitemitv.
So guys, we started a series few weeks ago about questions to ask your partner during courtship. So this is the continuation
Mm.
of the topic. And for those that watched the first one, we know you people that watched the first one and you did not watch the second one. Yes, we know you.
Second part. So
The
this is the
second
third
part.
part.
So this is the third part, and there's going to be fourth part. Actually, guys, we tried as much as possible to crash this video. This particular one I want to do, we wanted to crash it into just one video, but man, it's gonna be too long. So we don't want to
Yeah.
bore you too much with long videos. So that's why we have to split it so as to
Mm.
give it the balance diet. Although we can't say it all, but it's the ones that we know, the ones that we applied. Yeah, that's
Mm.
what you are talking about. So if you have watched the first one and have not watched the second one, make sure you watch it so as to be on track. So guys, the next question that you should ask your spouse, your partner, is your religious belief and your spiritual preference. So this is what we mean by that. You might even be Christian, but different churches with different doctrines, different doctrinal belief. Some churches believe in speaking in tongues, while some don't believe in speaking in tongues. Some church believes in
Paying of
fasting and
tax.
prayer back to
Mm.
back and all, and you are not raised to do fasting and prayer back to back and all. Some churches believe in some kind of prayers that you should pray, and some believe that no, this prayer it is not scriptural. So you
Mm.
have to, even though you are both Christian, you have to know each other doctrinal belief.
Mm.
Definitely the wife is going to go to the husband church, and the wife will not be comfortable with the belief of the husband.
Mm.
So I know it is not advisable for husband and wife to go to different church. It is better for you to eat from the same table. Do you understand? So it is better. Don't say okay, let's see how it goes. You have to ask the question, will you be able to follow me to my church? Do you want us to think, do you want us to change church entirely? So you need to know their belief. Some churches believe in vigils, while some believe that okay, it is not compulsory. So all this thing, and a lady that is not raised in a place that they do vigil,
Mm.
and bringing her to church, you have to discuss all these things. Is very very important, babe.
Yes, just like you have said, it's better that you discuss these things so as to avoid conflict. Not that you will get into his house, you'll be scabashing, and you'll be feeling like, well, what's he
What's
saying?
happening here?
No, this is not allowed in this house.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get me now? So it's very important that you are on the same page. Okay,
Yeah,
can you follow him to his
to
church,
church.
or which church are you going to be going? All these things we need
Mm-hmm.
to discuss and be clear about. Okay, what are the things that you would like to be cleared about in terms of going to church? Probably where you want to settle down, there's no either of your churches there, right? So what are you going? How are you going to choose the next church that you are going for? So you need to be clear about
About it.
all these things. So
Yes.
about your religious belief, it is very very. In fact, out of all of the information that we've given and we are still going to give, this one is part of top 10.
Yeah.
It's part of top 5. Your religious beliefs, because it will shape
Your
the
mindset.
yes, your mindset, the culture of your
Mm-hmm.
house.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important. It's very,
Yeah.
very, very important. So let's go to the next
Next
point.
one. So it is still all about the religious believer and all. So you have to ask your question. You have to have your partner question. Are you the kind of person that believes that okay, you go to church without any church involvement? You know, some people believe that why will I have to be a
Mm,
worker? Like
yes,
I just want
I
to
just will
I
be
just
a
want to be going to
member.
church, be a member, be on low key, be serving my God and all of that. And
Mm,
you, when you get to a church, you want to look immediately you want to look for one
workforce to
workforce
work
to
to
join. Do you
join. Yeah.
understand? And probably after church, your husband is about to go while you are still doing meetings upon meetings. So you have to know the church involvement. Okay, do you believe in joining workforce or not? Do you understand? So you have to be clear on this and you have to discuss all these things before
Yeah,
marriage.
yeah. You know, many of these things they are minors,
Mm-hmm.
like we said. So, a simple discussion can
Yeah.
just simple discussion. It is not something that you should fight about.
Mm-hmm.
Just simple discussion, and then many of these things, right? They might change in the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years,
Yes,
but at
yes.
least you have an idea of what you are
Mm-hmm.
going into the first few years.
Yeah, yeah.
So that is just it then. So let's go to the next point. We have what type of songs and musics
Yeah. Do you want to
um,
be listening
do you want
to?
to be listening to. You should know the kind of songs. You should be sure that this is part of the things that you we are trying to say. You should be sure of the kind of person that you are bringing in.
What you
Or
thought about these songs and music? You know that even there was one time I did not I forgot where I went to. You know, they were just condemning songs, even like Christian songs. Now, like okay, this song is not scriptural. You don't sing it like this. This is how you should sing it. You know, I was like, okay, which
uh,
song do you want to be listening to? Oh? In
again,
fact, the lady told me that all those songs so that it is they are not glorifying God, something like
yes,
that,
probably they are not glorifying the finished
the finished work
works
of
of
Christ
Christ.
and all of that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that okay, those songs they are not glorifying the finished work of Christ. So you're like, oh no, they don't listen to those songs. So they have their own songs that they've composed. Do you understand? So if you are getting married to that kind of person, you have to know that okay, this is the kind of song that you should
Yeah.
be listening to, and you will not be playing songs, and your
Uh,
partner will not be comfortable with those songs they are playing in the
yes, yes.
house.
So, and then just to put a disclaimer, right? So, we are not trying to actually discriminate, because as you are listening now, you might be relating somehow. We are not trying to discriminate any denominations, right?
Yes, so I'm just trying
So,
to say that even within Christendom,
mm,
there are still different
differences
beliefs.
that can actually cause a major difference in the family.
Yes.
So, it's very important that okay, if you are marrying someone from that area, okay, is it a very big factor to the person?
Mm-hmm.
That okay, is it a big factor to you, or it's just a minor to you? So you just need to
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
You just need to know basically.
Another thing about the songs and music, you know that some people, some believers also that are comfortable with listening to, I can't use
Worldly,
secular song.
secular, worldly
I can't use a
songs.
secular like that because that's some love songs. Are they gospel songs? You know,
Yeah, they are
they are
secular.
still
That's why they are
secular.
secular.
And let's say worldly, secular, and all of that. I don't know, but
Uh,
you get understand what you are trying to talk about, like hip hops and all of that. Some people are still they are comfortable listening to them,
mm.
while you may not be comfortable. So you have to ask your partner what's the perspective about these songs and all of that. So that's all about that.
The next point here is your past life. So
Mm.
you just talk about it.
Yeah. So according to what it said, you have to talk about your past life. I know there are a lot of controversies on telling your
Yes,
past, like that topic. I don't know yet.
it's a whole book on
It's
its
a whole
own.
book on it. So we've talked about it, but I still feel like we have not really talked about it enough. So, but really, you have to talk about your past life. You know,
Mm,
probably you have made covenants with somebody before. Yeah, so you have to talk about it.
mm,
You know, talking about your childhood experience,
Probably you have
what
a
the
trauma,
yes,
and any big issue that
any
you
big
feel
issue.
that still affects you. Probably whenever you
Yes.
remember it and you feel like no,
Yes.
yeah, you just have to
E-
talk about it.
about marrying someone that comes from abusive home, coming from a dysfunctional home, for a lady now, there's ability that if she's not healed from the past, the ability of her bringing those things into marriage, and the other will just
Yes,
be wondering that what is wrong with this lady.
yes,
So not
yes.
knowing that she comes from a dysfunctional home. So
Mm,
I think if the man is aware of the past, he will be able to understand better and probably going for therapy.
yes, and
So
also how to
anything
relate
that
with
you
her.
can remember that is necessary to tell your partner about your past. So you have to talk about it. Probably you've been raped before, probably you've been abused before, and those things that gives you. They used to say that your childhood experience, the shaping our future somehow. So you have to talk about all these things. Yeah,
Mm,
it is very very necessary. It won't be good for your partner to find out from someone else. You understand? So it's better
mm,
for you to tell your partner about your past experience that can
yes,
affect your marriage.
yes, yes. Our next point will be you need to tell your partner some of your strengths so that your partner will be able to harness your strengths, all right? And also your weakness so that
Mm-hmm.
he or she won't be able to take advantage or will be able to help you out. So also
Yes.
you'll be able to you're able to know your partner's strength
Mm-hmm.
and his weakness.
Yeah.
You probably is someone that is weak in terms of uh, relating with ladies,
Mm-hmm.
probably in terms of money handling, in terms of so many things, or in terms of anger, in terms of talking with people or relating with people. You need to know you guys' weakness and strength so
Yeah.
as to know how to harness and then help each other.
Yeah. So let me add to it. For instance, now a man that is struggling with satisfying himself, or a lady that enjoys satisfying herself. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. For the adults, you understand what I'm saying? Like satisfying yourself now. So if you have a weakness, you're actually struggling with it, discuss it with your partner. Don't be shy about it. Don't
Mm,
be shy about it if you're masturbating. Don't be shy about it. Tell your partner, because one way or the other it can affect your
yeah,
intimacy in
yes.
marriage. Someone that is already satisfied. So you understand. So it's better to discuss it. And one funny thing about this is that talking about it is one way to freedom.
Yes, yes,
It's always
yes,
to freedom. So you have to
yes.
talk
Problem
about
shared
it.
is half solved
Yes. Yeah, and for the fact that you are aware that somebody knows about
about
it.
it. Yeah,
Yes. If you are struggling with addictions,
addictions.
there are different type of addictions. You have to tell your partner about it. It is very, very important. Don't try to hide it from them.
Yes,
Yes. So
anger issues or any kind of issues.
yes. So discuss
Mental
it.
issues.
Yes, mental issue. If you're having issues with your mental health, if it's that you're on drug and all of that, don't say that okay, I'll be fine before then. Let them
Or
know.
you will consistently be using your drugs to suppress it
Yes,
without him or her knowing.
knowing.
No, you should let her know or you
Yes,
should let him know. So
let
that's
him
just
know
it.
about it.
Yeah.
So our next point is handling of sickness. So are you the kind of, you have to ask your partner, are you the kind of person, and the person, I know people that they don't take drug no matter how. So you have to ask your partner, if you are sick, do you take drugs or not?
Do
Do you
you
understand?
receive blood?
Do you receive do you receive blood transfusion? Let me talk about that drug. Like no matter how they don't take drugs.
Hmm.
Getting married to someone like that, there's probability that they may want to impose that on
Hmm.
you. Okay, that okay, no matter how that you're not going to take this drug. So you have to ask your partner, do you believe in taking drugs or not? Another thing that, like what my husband has said, do you believe in blood transfusion? I've seen a lot of women dying because of during labor, why? Because they need a blood transfusion. And the husband believe, or the family husband believe in not taking blood transfusion. So you have to ask this question so I not to put your life at risk in terms of blood transfusion. And you have to also ask, do you prefer private hospitals or public hospitals? You have to ask those questions.
Mm.
And also about your children's school, you also have to ask that, are you be taking our children to
Private.
private school or public school or boarding house? You
Yes.
understand? For instance, like because I went to boarding house, so I really see a lot of advantages in going to boarding house, but my husband does not, he doesn't like it at all. So we don't know yet. Who knows? So we actually have different beliefs on it, but I can still, my children can still go to this school. Our children can still go to this school rather. So I've compromised on that. Probably later in the future, my husband says, okay, oh, they can go to boarding house. Okay, I'm also fine with it. But because I've experienced boarding house before, I love it. Do you understand? So you have to discuss all these things.
The next point is, where are you going to be settling down?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going to be settling down? Not that after marriage you now be thinking, okay, we oh, this one is also very, very important. At least you
Yeah,
are going to be traveling to somewhere. So,
yeah.
but you should be sure that, okay, are we going to be settling down in Nigeria or abroad? Where in Nigeria? Focus is very, very important. Okay, if you are settling down in Lagos, what are you going to be doing before marriage? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
before the wedding day. Okay, is it okay for you to go there first and see how the area is? Probably you start your own work there so that you'll be familiar with the place, or
Yes.
so many things.
What you are talking about this location is actually a big deal. For some women that they are well established in their present location,
Mm,
and probably the location are two different places
places.
entirely.
Sorry.
For a woman that she has a
If
well
she has
established
established
business,
business in Ife and you are taking her to Lagos
so you have
and
to, and the man may not want to come down
to Ife,
to Ife, and are
yeah,
you ready to do distance
really.
marriage?
Mhm.
So you have to discuss that. Sorry, I cannot leave where I am. Oh. Maybe you come
or
down. The guy is
so
saying no, I can't come down.
so that is why you need to discuss it early,
Yes.
such that when you know that, okay, it's probably that we are going to go to Lagos, probably you will start relocating small small. Probably you get a store in Lagos and start, because
It's not even easy.
relocating
It's not
is
even
not
easy to
easy.
start all over. Let us
It's
be
not,
sincere.
yes, it's
It's
not
not
easy,
easy at all.
but at least you will start from somewhere.
It's not
You
easy.
don't have any
For,
choice than
for
to start from
instance,
somewhere.
like, cause I knew where I want to settle right from, like, right from my right, like, I can't say how many years. Like, I knew where I want to settle down. Do you understand? So when I asked my husband, okay, where do you want us to settle? My husband was say, okay, oh, you want us to be in a particular location, and okay, and it is contrary to the location where God actually told me. Okay, I was just like, let's see how it goes. And because of that, I was actually planning my life around that particular location. And all of a sudden, my husband just came and said that no, he's not staying there again. He has changed his mind. That is between you and God. So I was like, wow, glory to God. And so that was it. So there was no really argument about it because I knew where God wants us to stay. So
Mm,
but it took God. I didn't even pray that God should convince him. He just came to tell me that okay, he has changed his mind
mm,
and all of that. So you have to, your location, it matters a lot. It
mm.
matters a lot. You have to decide on the location.
Yes, yes.
So guys, this next point, it is very, very important. You know, it is very, very important. You have to ask him his attitude about food. Guys, it is very, very important. You need to ask him. No, there are a lot of complicated issue around food. Some men like their food as e dey hot. You
Mm,
know, some men like their food as e dey hot, and God will now bless you. Now have husband that like food as e dey hot, and it closes from work maybe around 10, 11. I know you have to go back to the kitchen, probably to microwave the food, or if you don't have microwave, you have to warm. Or some people will tell you that. I know some people. I know some men that will say they want you to cook their food
Freshly
now,
prepared.
freshly prepared, like not like okay they are warm. They don't want to eat warm food,
Mm.
so you have to ask all these
Or even
questions.
frozen food.
Some men don't like
Probably.
frozen food. I know some men that they want their wife to cook soup daily. Like they don't eat soup warm. They don't even eat warm food generally. So you have to prepare
Mm.
their soup fresh. You have to ask this question. Me, I can't cope. I
Mm.
may not be. I can't cope. I know some women that are doing it. Do you understand? So you have to ask those questions. For instance, like ask her, like what about if frozen food though? Now like my frozen, I think we have to we will warm it. I'm gonna be like, do you just prepare? I said no. This food is tasting so nice and all. I said, I thank God. We say thank God for food. Say I thank God for food. Though. So you have to ask this question. You have to also ask him, is he husband that like local foods? Every day swallow. Every day pounded yam. You have to ask him. You
Mm.
understand? You have to ask all these questions, his preference, his attitude about food. Do you understand? Every question that you have that you can think about on food, you have to ask him. Is he husband that does not like all this midi all this continental food, so that you not get married at first, now start preparing continental dishes, prepare Chinese rice, prepare be like what is this, abeg you go and prepare amala and ewedu for me. So don't forget to ask this question. Please ask your spouse, do they have any allergies? No.
Mm.
Personally, I don't think I ask this question. I don't think I asked it. No, until I started seeing funny allergies. That was like, okay, this question is actually very important. You have to ask them. Some people are allergic to crayfish.
Mm.
Some people are allergic to. In fact, recently one of my customers just told me that okay, he doesn't want anything nuts, and those that product that he, thank God that he told me that he's allergic to nuts, and that product is full of nuts.
Mm.
So thank God he told me. So it's very funny. I've never heard of it before. So you have to ask them which food are you allergic to. Some people are allergic to seafood. Anything
Mm.
seafood they are allergic to. Some people are allergic to milk. Some people
Mm.
are allergic to different kind of allergies, granules and all of that. So you
Such,
have to ask them so
yeah.
that you will not make
You
mistake.
is you will know how to manage. Some people they don't like seafood at all, and some people they that's what they like. So if you guys should now marriage,
Yes, yes,
can
yes. So
see how the conflict is going to be.
yes, yes. So you have to ask them, do you have any food allergies? Do you have any allergies in general? Some people are allergic to smell of perfumes and
Mm.
all of that. So you have to ask them. Another question that you have to ask from your spouse is the perspective about herbs, about house helps. You have to ask them, do you want us to employ house help? Do you want us to employ nanny?
Mm.
Do you want us to employ gardeners and all of that? Do you want us to do it all
By
by
ourselves.
ourselves? So you need to because you have to be realistic. You have to be realistic actually. So last week I was discussing with a friend and she had twins, and I was just wondering, like I just had to ask her, how are you coping? How are you coping? Like I'm just imagining that twins, probably if you now have a traveling husband, how will you do it? And you now have husband that said no, nobody should come to the house. Just even if you cannot take house help, you have to take all these people that comes and help you go
Mm.
outsource things. So and some husband don't like it. Do you understand? Some
Mm.
husbands don't like it. So you have to ask these questions before getting married.
This is okay. This is the next point. Though it might sound funny, but it's true. So you
Yes,
need to ask your partner what is his or her belief on sleeping together.
yes.
Uh, is it that you are going to have your own room and
Mm-hmm.
she's going to have
I
her
want
own
room.
room? Are you getting me now?
Mm-hmm.
So because I've seen went for a program that the husband has not been sleeping with the wife
Yes.
for more than 20 years. That's what they believe. In fact, it was a pastor that actually taught them that
Yes.
way,
Yes.
that okay, oh, the man should have his own room,
Separate room.
separate room,
And it's been like
undisturbed,
that
and
for
they've been
years.
like that for years
Yeah.
before they were now reoriented.
Yes.
They gave them another reorientation. So it's very, very important that you don't really know the family your husband or your spouse
It's
is
coming
coming from.
from.
Probably they are coming from that kind of marriage, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what he or she has believed, that okay, the wife must have her own separate room, or the husband must have his own separate room.
They
So
may even have the same room but
of
different
different
beds.
beds, yes,
Yes, so it also happens
yes,
like that. So if you are raised in that kind of home, you know
mm,
what you've been raised. You have been
yes,
raised in that kind of family, and you know there's obviously that you have that perception about that.
yes,
So you have to ask
yes.
your partner. Don't be
That's
surprised
us.
when he or she says separate room, of course. So you have to ask, don't
You
assume.
need to ask and seek for clarifications
Yes.
where necessary.
So guy, you also need to ask your partner how often they fast. You
Mm.
know, some people out of 30 days, they can fast 28 days in a month. Do you understand? So,
Yes.
and for a wife not to be forced, so that okay, probably you are, you know, and some people will even tell you that we are fasting together. If you marry husbands that always fast, do
Mm.
you understand? So one way, you have to join in like once in a while, and you are
Um,
this kind of person that be like, why am I fasting? What, who is following me, who is chasing me? Do you
Abio.
understand?
Yeah.
So if you refuse to fast with him, it
Yeah.
may look awkward, probably you are not spiritual as
Mm.
he is. Do you
Mm.
understand? So you have to ask, like, okay, how often do you fast? Do you fast 6 times in a week and all of that?
Mm.
So, and God will help you. It's good now, at least you not be going to kishi anytime. So so you have to
Alright.
ask. So, and you also have to ask what that belief about doing the do during fasting.
Mm.
You have to ask. You know, like, I went to a program during the weekend, and the woman was like, okay, when the husband is fasting, he doesn't want it at all. In fact, even if there is this thing, like, no, they don't want to sin against God, that they are doing something that is unclean. I was surprised actually that, and the woman is kind of age. I just wonder, have you still dey sin lóòótọ́ ni? So you have to ask your partner, do you
Mm.
believe doing the do during fasting? So
Mm.
the kind of partner that doesn't believe in doing the do during fasting and is fasting back to back, back to back, back to back. So you have
Mm.
to prepare for what you are coming in to meet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the question is not anti-spiritual, right? It is just you need to have a little bit of agreement.
Yes.
Okay, in this family, how long are we going to be fasting together? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if you even if you want to be going on your fasting,
Yes.
okay, maybe twice in a week or once in a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you are fasting, how long can you go? And
Yeah.
all those questions you need to know,
Mm-hmm.
right? So just ask the questions, and then like I said earlier, seek clarifications.
Yeah.
So if you feel like okay, your husband to be or your wife to be is going overboard, then probably you need to involve a third party,
Mm-hmm.
right? Someone that you know that is like a mentor to you, an
Mm-hmm.
elder to you, to give you a balanced perception
Yeah.
on the particular issue,
Yeah.
right? So we have come to the end of today's
Video
video. So join us next time in
on the last
on
part.
this channel for the last part. All right, thank you and God bless. Don't forget to like,
Subscribe.
comment, and share.
Yeah.
All
So
right,
till we see you again. Keep
sorry.